Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video and it's called 10 ways to ensure that you have a productive work week while working from home. So I've been working from home about 2 weeks now. The first week I started working in my kitchen, and the chair, those kitchen chairs were a bit uncomfortable, so I found that I was getting up every minute, and then the refrigerator was very close, so I kept going to the refrigerator, getting a snack here and there because I was in the kitchen. So I moved to a more comfortable seat. I moved to my living room, sat in my sofa, and one day I fell asleep for about 2 hours. So I decided, no, I have to change this up. I'm usually a very productive person, and I want to maintain my level of productivity. So here's what I did. I started to get into a similar routine to what I would have done had I gone to work. So I wake up and I do my exercise. I wake up about 4:30, and by 5:30 I would have completed my exercise. My trainer usually sends a workout, but he hasn't been sending them early because I guess he's sleeping in late. So I do my own thing, and then later on in the day, if I have some energy, then I'll go through my trainer's routine. So the first thing I do is to stick to my morning routine, and usually it's a productive routine. I'm a morning person, but you can surely make adjustments for a separate time of day depending on your schedule and your routine. So if you're best in the evening and in the afternoons, then by all means, once you put in a full 8 to 10 hours work. So the first thing I do is that I follow my routine that I would have done. I get up, I exercise, I shower, I get dressed. So the only difference is that I don't put on work clothes. If I'm going to do a Zoom meeting that requires me to look a little bit more formal, well, today I'm wearing a t-shirt because I just did a challenge and I had to wear an orange t-shirt. But outside of that, then I would put on, depending on the type of meetings that I'm going to have, then I'll dress accordingly. I've seen a few Zoom meetings where people come on and they have their bonnets on their heads and they've opened their camera. Come on, guys. You can't have a formal meeting, a meeting with other people attending from all over, and you come on camera in your bonnet or in your pajamas. All right, so develop that routine and treat it as if it's business and it's a business day. I try not to snack too much, because this is a time when if you're sitting down and doing work, at work I would normally walk to the printers, I may walk to the scanner, I may go up and down the stairs, I may walk over to someone else's office. But here you'd be sitting all day. So you take regular breaks and try and keep your snacks to the minimum, especially if you're not as active as you'd normally be. So yeah, if you're tempted, if it's tempting to have a snack, then I suggest you have some kind of fruit, and be careful about the snacking. Have some fresh fruit or a small handful of nuts. I'm trying to stay away from those things because I know I can binge on nuts. So create a designated workspace. I'm going to insert some pictures of my workspace. So I have a desk in my guest room with a nice chair. In fact, this is a chair, and the chair is an office chair. So it's very comfortable. It's one of those swivel chairs. I can move around. I can move to my files. It's a little smaller than my desk at work, but it certainly gives me the chair is way more comfortable. So make sure you're comfortable in whatever space you're working in, and that you have a desk, your computer. I have my daily timekeeper. I've been making notes of all the things that I've done so far. So work from a workspace that can give you a feel of being in an office if you don't have a home office. Take breaks and move around. Don't just sit staring at a computer all day. Under normal circumstances, you'll get up and go to maybe a client meeting. You may go and meet with another person, or you may just walk around your office for whatever reason. Wear work attire. Dress comfortable, but dress in something that appears as if you're at work. And you'll trick your mind into thinking that, well, I'm in a work environment. I'm not in my pajamas. I'm actually working. Keep your home and the surroundings clean, because if you feel cluttered and you feel like the place needs to be tidied, you may not concentrate as much as you should. So you want to make sure that you've tidied up your workspace and that you're in a very comfortable work environment. Then the next thing I do is that I make a to-do list. I think I'm at number 7. I make a to-do list. List all the things that you want to achieve for the day and tick them off as you go along. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, just go back to your list, and I would go for the low-hanging fruits first. So things that are easier to tick off your list so that you feel that you're achieving something and you're encouraged to continue working, then you tick off those that are easily achieved, and you do those first and go through your list. You may have to carry forward. Sometimes we start out with an ambitious list and we realize we have to carry forward stuff to the following day. Stick to your normal routine. So if you went in and you normally check your emails when you go into office, then you check all your emails, respond to your emails. If your next task would be to respond to letters or to send formal letters to other people, then you do those letters. So you may need to check in your country whether electronic signatures are acceptable and are acceptable under your legislation, but you may want to PDF some of your letters, put an electronic signature to the letter, and send them out accordingly. Also, having responded to all the letters, you want to keep a rhythm, right? So then if you're drafting, for example, I'm an attorney, so I have to draft documents. I may go to drafting documents. I also set aside some time for reading. You may have to read something. And so don't disrupt the rhythm of how you would normally do things. I know it's a bit different because there are some things that you need to like physically do hands-on. As it relates to my secretary, for example, she would put together documents and bundles of documents for court, for example. We're not able to do that physically, but what we've worked out is that we will talk with each other every day, and if there's a way to create an electronic bundle, then we'll be able to do that while we're still working from home. So guys, let me run them through again to make sure that I have 10. So the first one is to follow a productive routine, whether you're a morning or evening person. The second is stock up on your snacks and make sure they're healthy snacks. Schedule your lunch or snack time or meal time during the day. Take a break, have your meal, and then get back to work. So have your fruits, vegetables, whatever you're going to snack on. And of course, have plenty of water. All right, so example, I've been working with my water. So, right, every now and then I take a sip of my water. And then the third thing, create a designated workplace. All right, designated workspace, whether it's in a bedroom, a home office, if it's your kitchen, once you're comfortable, then create that. You may set up a chair that makes you sit upright and with good posture, not a chair that allow you to slouch and get too comfortable and then you fall asleep like I did one day last week for 2 hours. Take short breaks in between and walk around the house. Because normally you probably would walk around your office. You may touch base with other people, take a break, maybe make a video call to someone, check on a client, but do take some short breaks in between. Wear comfortable work attire, so you don't have to be in a suit or be too formal in your dressing, but dress comfortable and dress in such a way. So for example, I come out of my pajamas. Some of my pajamas are really comfortable and I could actually stay in them all day, but what if I have to answer a video call? So make sure that you're properly attired so that if your phone should ring, and that's my dog downstairs, Yeah, if your phone should ring, you'd be able to take that call. And if it's a Zoom meeting, you'll be able to attend that Zoom meeting because you're properly attired. Keep your environment clean. Make sure your home is tidied. I can't work if I feel like my house is cluttered. So I wake up, I make sure my bed is made. I tidy up my space, tidy up my workspace, make sure my breakfast and all the things in the kitchen are washed and put away. So I'm working from a clean and uncluttered home. All right, then 7, make a to-do list for every day. So each day, make a list of all the things that you must achieve for that day. There might be things that you're working on that you had pending from before we had the lockdown. Make your list and continue to work on that list. As I said, prioritize your list and put your low-hanging fruit first, so you can tick those off and you can see that you're achieving something for the day. Stick to your normal routine, whatever you would have done at work. Try and stick to that as best as possible. Hopefully you have access to whatever systems, operating system that you work with. You can access that while you're working remotely. Don't disrupt your normal rhythm. And finally, I would say have fun while you're working. Have fun. Keep in touch with your co-workers or clients or anyone that you would have normally interacted with during the day. Set up Zoom meetings if you must. Set up some WhatsApp calls, some conference calls, and make sure that you have a full and productive day. So that's it from me. Comment below. Share with me how you try to remain productive while working from home. Until next time, like, share, and subscribe to my channel at Happily Ever Cartwright. Peace. Love you for watching.